Hello Internet, this is Blader1000X, and right now, I'm just going to say, as a disclaimer, this is going to be a two-part video, but in the same video. The first half of the video is going to be explaining Beyblade type combinations to a younger audience, and then in the later half, it will be explaining, well, I will be explaining Beyblade type combinations to an older audience who might understand it a bit more. But with that out of the way, let's actually get to it. In Beyblade, there are 4 main types of Beyblades: attack, stamina, defense, and a balance of the 3. The attack type is meant to have a flat bottom, be lower to the ground, and have protrusions to hit opposing tops. 3, 2, 1, go. As you can see, Galaxy Pegasus is running around quite quickly. My camera can't even keep up with it, which is actually kind of fun to watch. They do not have the best stamina, meaning that they cannot spin for very long. Just watch and see what happens. As you can see, it's already slowing down considerably. So they're not meant to spin very long. They're just meant to hit opposing Beyblades and either knock them out or just make them stop spinning due to sheer force of impact. As you'll see. 3, 2, 1, go. This is a different Beyblade, Ray Unicorno, and it will be facing Galaxy Pegasus. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot! You can see Galaxy Pegasus is getting a lot of hits, making Unicorno spin slower, and giving it the victory. The next Beyblade type is defense. In this case, I have gotten a Beyblade called Rock Giraffe or Rock Zorago. Well, not Zorago, but Zarafa. And the purpose of a defense type is to, as the name implies, defend against attacks. Which is why you can see it has a heavy wheel, defensive middle section, and a bottom that has a lot of area to stay on the stadium. These don't typically run around very much, but they will move around due to how much they touch the bottom of the stadium. And what they're meant to do is defend against attacks, like this. See? Hardly made a dent. And while the defense type is good for defending against attacks, they don't spin for very long, while still spinning longer than the attack type, however. The next main Beyblade type is the stamina or endurance type. So in this case, I have Virgo or Night Virgo. And the way a stamina type works is it has a low weight total and a spiked tip, so that it's touching the stadium less and less. And because it's lightweight, it can spin even longer than almost any other type of Beyblade. 3, 2, 1. As you can see, it sits around just like a defense type. However, considering how lightweight they are prone to attacks, meaning that they are more easy to attack, like this. See how easily it was simply thrashed around by Galaxy Pegasus? Not necessarily the best choice against attack. Against defense, on the other hand, it will usually win. The next type of Beyblade is not necessarily its own type, more a combination of the three. That would be the balance type Beyblade. And for this case, I have brought Ray Unicorno or Ray Striker. And the purpose of a balance type is to take parts from every type and combine them into one Beyblade to work together. Like, the clear wheel is an attack type piece, the ray wheel is a stamina type piece, and the defense 125 is a defense type piece, while the tip circle flat is pure balance, meaning it has properties of all three types. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. While they will either sit around and do nothing and act as a stamina or defense type, sometimes they will run around wildly like an attack type. This isn't exactly the best case, but you get the idea. But since they have all three types to their advantage, that also means that they have all three types at their disadvantage. Meaning when it's in a defensive mode, the stamina type will outspin it easily. It's hard to see with my camera, but Unicorno is already slowing down. But that also means they have the stamina type qualities and the lack of defensive qualities, making it weak to attack type attacks. This wasn't the best example, considering it also has defense type qualities, which most stamina, well, not stamina, but balance types do not have. But in any case, it also implies that they are not the best attackers, as you can see when it faces against a defense type. Let's try that again. As you can see, it only got in one hit before it went and just kind of fell right into this pocket here on my stadium. Meaning it can only really do light attacks, meaning it doesn't hit very hard, but sometimes that's all you need to get the job done. Now, I'm going to make this next part of the video work somewhat to teach an older audience how type combinations work. So if you want to see that, stick around for that. So say you want an attack type, but you also want it to spin for a longer amount of time. Well, all you have to do is take your handy dandy compact launcher, which has a built-in tool, then take off this annoying flat tip and replace it with something more suited to light attacks, like say the circle flat on the Ray Unicorno. And just like that, you made a Beyblade that can spin for a long time, but when provoked, go and attack. But say you want a defense type, but you also want it to spin for a long amount of time. Well, again, take your handy dandy compact launcher and take off the wide tip, and then take a spiked tip, say from Virgo, with your handy dandy compact launcher, and then put that on Zarafa. And, well, that didn't necessarily work. So again, you could take your handy dandy compact launcher and change other parts too, like the spin track, which hits the stadium floor very often. So you still want a defense type Beyblade, so say take Unicorno's spin track. It's meant for defense. And then put that on Zarafa. And you may not know it, but you also just made a balance type, but not in the balance type that I mentioned earlier. This balance type, rather than being a combination of 3 types, is only a combination of 2, defense and stamina. While the Beyblade I made earlier, Galaxy Pegasus with Unicorno's performance tip, is a stamina and attack hybrid. So each have different qualities, each have different purposes. But in the end, there is usually never a perfect Beyblade. In fact, there will never be a perfect Beyblade. But there can only be the best choice for the situation. Like, again, with Galaxy Pegasus with Unicorno's tip. Say I want it to also have defensive properties. All I would really have to do is change the weight. So I could take this metal face bolt, which is heavier than the normal plastic face bolt that I have here, take that off, and then put on this nice shiny, not so shiny metal one, which means it's heavier, so it will have more power when it hits, and it will also hold its position for a longer amount of time when it is attacked. If I'm stuttering, I apologize. I did not write a script for this. But that is my tutorial for Beyblade customizations for a younger audience and an older audience. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. It's still spinning.